Okay. The channel is live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Adventure on so many levels. We're going to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons
Woo!
and
Dungeons
Dragons.
and Dragons.
I am Christiana Ellis, and I am the Dungeon Master. Our players tonight are not in the right places. You know, I sat here noting that we were all ready to go, and then I didn't put everybody in the correct windows. So, you know, that's just how it
Places,
goes
everyone. Places.
sometimes.
That's
Let's
what you forgot to say. You
yeah.
forgot to say places, everyone.
Let's see. All right. No, that's still not everyone right. There we go. There we go. All right. Now everyone's in the right spots. So, Mark Kilfoyle as Nedry slash Vertigo slash, whatever he wants.
There are still a few questions to consider.
Paul Fisher as Zinhorn Windborn.
Good evening, and welcome to Almost the End.
Mm-hmm. Starla Hutchton as Carolina Swift.
Hello, friends.
And Jenny Meltzer as Zaylene.
I really like cake.
Kick is a lie.
Well, sometimes, I don't know.
Not every time.
So, when last we left our heroes, they had just defeated, after a tough fight, the Queen of the Siphoners, who had been attempting to ascend to godhood and to usurp the throne of the Mistress of the Dark, goddess of the Shadowfell and the Domain of Death. Zaylene, as a cleric / warlock of the Mistress of the Dark, didn't care for that approach. I think nobody was really on board but her. But the queen and her own retainers. But we're going to be picking up back in media res, because although she has just gone down and her body now has disintegrated into a sort of a little pile of dust, things are still very much in flux, because you have a few minutes left on a prismatic wall in dome form that has her still very much alive, or at least last time you saw them, lieutenants trapped on the level below. So that's going to wear off in a few minutes, and then they may be back active again. And also, you interrupted the ritual that the queen was trying to carry out. And although you've disrupted its in progress state, there seems like there's still a lot of magical energy stored up in the area. And things are on a ticking clock. And I think right away, as you are catching your breath, watching as the Siphoner Queen has disintegrated, Zaylene, you feel the Mistress of the Dark once more in your head, and she says, "The Queen's soul has not crossed the threshold. Something is holding it in the material plane."
Not over, you guys. It's not over.
How much time would be left on the prismatic wall downstairs?
I think that it is somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 to 6 minutes. I think that you certainly got it started. You did a little bit of talking and discussing up, there before you flew up to confront the queen. You then fought the queen, and now that we're out of initiative, the clock is sort of ticking more quickly. I suspect that we don't need to be staying in initiative proper until then, but the point is you have about 5 minutes worth of activity that you can do here.
I can't remember, but did any of us resurrect
Yes.
Evan?
Yes, he got Revivify. I believe
Transinel did it.
Transinel.
Transinel did it.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a quick minute and I'm gonna heal him.
Okay.
I just have to find the right spell because he came back with like 1 hit point. Is that
Yeah.
how
Yes.
Revivify is? That's what I thought.
Yeah. I'm also down almost 100 hit points.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
hang
going
on.
to put us on the battle map, but I want to just briefly discuss a little bit of adjustment to what we see on the image based on where things stand right now. So
Mm-hmm.
on this map, there was this onyx pyramid, and the top of it had lifted off and was hovering in the air, and we had this sort of little black circle at the pinnacle that was going during the ritual.
Mm-hmm.
When you disrupted the ritual, that piece dropped to the ground and that black circle disappeared. So just for because I don't have another map that has the top of the pyramid offset from the rest of the pyramid, I'm going to keep
Mm-hmm.
us on this one. But now, instead of hovering in the air, that top of the pyramid has crashed to the ground in that location, and the black circle is not actually there anymore. Otherwise, it
Um,
is as you see it.
Looking around,
Mm-hmm.
can I get a feel for who is like in desperate need of healing? Like who needs hit points? Because I have 700 of them, and I can get everybody back up to where they belong. But I think only 6 of you. Let me see. Oh no, he restores.
I believe.
Divided as you choose among any number of creatures that you can see within range. So I can heal everybody, like even Buster.
Well, you
Okay.
also have Nedry's draconic spirit conjured.
I'm not sure if it can be healed though.
I believe it's a
I think they
creature on
can.
the battlefield.
I'll double check here, but it wasn't really down, I think,
Hmm.
much anyway.
He just kind of got flickered when the anti magic field would pass.
Yeah,
over
I
him.
don't think I actually took any damage.
Okay.
Oh, it took a little bit.
Well, all right. So Zinhorn, you get how many did you say you needed?
I needed slightly over 100. Buster needed 45.
Okay, so I'll give you 150 to divide between the two of you.
Okay.
Um, Evan needs everything.
All but
All
I
but
one.
don't
one.
have page. Yeah. So I think he has like 135. So he needs 134.
I'm down 64 if that matters. Like I'm good, but like if
Take
there's
him.
that left over.
Oh yeah. That wasn't even 300 yet. So I still have a little less than 400. So you take 64. What about Trendanel?
Trendanel was down 75.
All right. So he can have that. What about you?
Nedger's down 33.
All right. Is there anybody else laying around that, that I can heal?
The dragon was down 21.
All right, give him that. Then
Uh,
Don't forget yourself.
oh I won't. I think I am only down like 30. Yeah, I'm down less than 30. So just see what I have left.
All right. So while this healing is taking place, I think Zinhorn at least had kind of gone off some distance to pursue the fleeing queen. I would assume you've rejoined the group.
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm. So,
Um,
what's everybody doing given the warning that Zaleen has passed along?
What do you
What?
mean it's not over?
Yeah.
It's not over. She's not gone.
Meaning what?
She is still undead.
Well, okay, so maybe she's attached to an object or maybe her people. So, is
It's
her
Why?
throne
likely that
still here?
she is attached to a what do they call them? They're like these weird, like, I don't know. They store stuff. It's like a glass vial. Like, I don't know. I think she might be a lich.
Anyone who would like to can make an Arcana check. Oh, look at that.
Cool.
29 from Vertigo and
Ha!
28 from
Ha!
Lynn. Okay,
Finally beat Lynn.
yeah. Yes.
I got a natural one.
Wow. Um, so I think, yes, I think both Lynn and Vertigo would know that
Rhymes with didactory.
it doesn't anymore because, of course, the word that rhymes with didactory is an actual name of a real religious artifact in the real world, and
Oh.
so they've decided that they are soul stones now and not the other thing, because it's maybe disrespectful to
Rhymes with mold phone.
to take a real piece of religious paraphernalia and make it instead the vessel for an ancient undead's evil magic. So yes, Soulstone is I guess the new name for them. But yes, so I think both of you would be familiar, at least you know that the Siphoner Queen was perhaps not a traditional lich as these things go, but certainly it seems as though, given the warning you received, that something very much like that may well be in play. And I think with a score that high, you know that it likely means not merely that her soul has not been passed through, but that many liches are able to fully regenerate after some period of time from the soul stone, if the soul stone is not destroyed.
So is her throne still here?
It was crushed beneath the top of the pyramid.
Okay. Let me
Is
see.
the pyramid still intact even though it fell?
The top piece is, I think it has some kind of cracked edges, but by and large, it is still kind of in one piece, more or less. Like it is damaged. It's not completely impervious to damage, but it did take some strain and wear from falling.
Does it look like it has any openings?
I
That-
would, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay,
This can be assisted, presumably, if more than
27.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay. Well, 27. Yeah. So I think after kind of, looking around all over it, you do find that there is what looks like kind of like a door or a panel of some kind that was on the far side. You see basically like seams of there's some kind of a, like it looks as though where everything else is like completely smooth, it looks like there was a hole there that has been plugged with a stone of the same size. There's no like latch or hinge that's in evidence, but there is kind of a seam of an opening that is about like 2 feet by 3 feet.
Can somebody shatter that rock?
Yes. I can also do locate object, but we'll try this first. Okay. Yes, and I have 1 second level spell slot left, so I can use that. Okay. So I will cast Shatter on that stone.
Okay, go ahead and roll the damage for that. because obviously it's, an inanimate object. It can't make the save.
8. Hmm.
8 thunder damage. There's a thing with I think if it's like stone or crystal, it just makes the save with disadvantage, right? That's all that it
Yeah.
does for that spell.
That's correct.
I think that with 8 you do see that there's like it sort of vibrates and some dust kind of like is given out along the edges, but you've not damaged it enough to open it.
I'm going to hit it with my mace.
Yeah, I was like, where's the guy with the strength?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
24.
Okay, a 24 is a pretty good hit. Go ahead and roll damage for it.
16.
Okay, so imagine that you had like a marble floor, like an old marble floor, and you hit it with a sledgehammer really hard. It kind of like cracks and dents, but it doesn't just like explode.
Right.
So like you've clearly done some damage to it. It's not impervious, but it is still not opened yet either.
I actually would like to try something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm going to walk up to it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to use the technique that I did with Vampiric Touch to
Oh,
try to emulate their ability to see if that opens it.
okay. So you're sort of just feeling out with it to sort of see if it's got any little sort of magic hooks, so to speak.
Yeah, like with their siphoning energy.
Yeah. Make a like a spell casting modifier roll, or I guess Arcana. I guess would work too. Arcana. I know you have a high
Natural
modifier on it.
20.
Natural 20. Okay.
Wow.
Yes. Not only do you recognize by sort of opening your mind to perceiving it in that way, you are able to reach out and sort of grab from inside this stone panel that is covering the opening here. And you are able to do that without actually having to cross any of the sort of mental lines that you've perceived before. You're able to sort of maintain like a level of remove from any actual like siphoning, but nonetheless able to sort of perceive and manipulate it without needing to. You suspect that if you were trying to start her ritual up again, that wouldn't be true. But for something to open a panel like this, you can do it. So you are able to. So do you just pull it open?
Yeah.
Okay. I need everybody to roll initiative, not because there's a fight exactly right now, but because it's very important what happens in what order moving forward here.
Do you need us on the tracker with the initiative?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to remove everybody from the tracker and then have everyone sort of roll anew. And this is everyone who would be standing there by the panel while.
Oh, well, actually, that wouldn't be. Nedry's can't get there.
No, this is several. This, time has passed. You're not still in that location
No,
unless
there's
you
no
would've just
floor.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, unless you would have just been standing way over there while everybody else does the rest of this, then I can't imagine you would be still over there.
I don't know how to cross the gaps. That's the only problem.
Okay, well, you wouldn't have been able to do any of the rest of the stuff. So I was assuming that you figured it out. I wasn't going to make you actually,
Okay.
Zinhorn could have come and got you. I wasn't, leaving you trapped on a little island. We were not in combat. So, yes, if you wanted to be over there, you could be over there.
Okay.
If you don't want to be over there, you could, but I just mean, I think if you were wanting to be participating in the conversation, You wouldn't be halfway
Can-
across the room just saying, well, I can't come over and talk with you guys because I'm standing on a thing.
What's up, everybody? Can you please add me to the tracker? When I rolled, I
Mhm.
wasn't holding my thing right.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I will
me
do
too.
it. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
I did roll a natural 20, which is not ideal just for initiative. Like,
Mhm.
why? It seems like a
so
waste.
I would like everyone to put their tokens like around where Zaleen is if you feel like your character would have been watching while this is being done.
I would be right up there with her because I just hit the thing with.
Yeah. And I mean like so like I guess place yourself where you think you would have been while Zaleen is up there literally pulling the thing open.
Okay.
Is your dragon still around? Is it still summoned, Nedry?
I believe it lasts for an hour.
Okay.
Actually, the dragon would have been able to carry him over there. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Trandana was lining up to be the next one to smack if it needed.
I imagine Buster would be trying to be close to you, if not climbing up on the pyramid.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Evan's not up there because he's like, man, I'm tired. I just died.
yeah,
What's the snowball that was beside him?
that was the opening for the hither thither
okay.
staff.
Yeah, and that I would have dismissed that too.
Okay. All right. So, with everybody on initiative, I got
forgot to roll
Zaleen and
Evan's
Zinhorn
initiative.
at the same. So you guys can decide who you want to have be first.
I think because I opened it, I should go first, especially if we might potentially die.
I agree.
Part of what's happening here is that, like, essentially what's triggering what's about to happen is as you open it and sort of like it moves away, and when the inside is revealed, essentially is the start of our initiative time here. But as the interior is revealed and everybody is looking inside and sees a glowing red amulet, I need everyone to make a charisma saving throw.
Is it magical in nature?
Yes.
I got a 19.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Wow. Oh boy, you guys.
I
Yeah.
literally have a plus
Wait.
10.
Uh-huh.
Buster gets a
so
minus.
16 for Zaleen, 19 for Zinhorn,
11 for Buster.
14 for
I got a
Lynn.
2.
Yeah.
I don't have to
wow.
roll for Evan, right?
So that I think he's far enough away. I don't think he can see it right away. But then it looks like only Vertigo actually makes the save. So what has immediately happened here is that everyone who failed the save is overwhelmingly compelled to make your best effort to get to this thing and touch it. It is the most important thing you can possibly do. You must do it to the best of your ability immediately. Is the goal here, and this is why I wanted initiative to kind of figure out like how quickly people are able to respond here, and it's essentially available to be touched now that we have some people who did fail the save. So Lynn, you are the lucky
Yay.
high roller. Rolled high for initiative, unfortunately not as high for your charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
So I think as the sort of the dust clears and you see this glowing red amulet, tell me, like, what is the thought process in Lynn's mind? Like, it all has to add up to, there's nothing more important than you touching this thing right away. But what is like the rationalization in her head?
For me, I think I would have immediately flashed to when Nedry was wearing the crown.
Mm-hmm.
And my first thought would be, I have to keep that from happening to my friends
Yeah.
again.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would probably cast, I hate this, Bigby's hand.
Okay. I'm I think that the compulsion is to touch it with your own body.
Right,
Not to
but
just
because
like grab
I'm
it.
not directly in front of it, I want to block everyone else from
Oh,
touching it
I
until I can
see.
get there.
I see. So the idea is you're casting that to block everybody else.
Yes, and
Okay,
yeah.
sure. Let's see if I think I've got a Big B's hand little image here. My animated spell effects. Um, let's see. Interposing hand. Yeah. All right. So the spectral hand appears to sort of block the others as Lynn hurries up, scrambling up the side of the pyramid to climb into this little alcove and grab the amulet. When you do that, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I am not good at those.
Mm-hmm.
4.
4. Okay, so all of the rest of you watch in a combination of frustration and horror. The frustration, probably, at least for those of you charmed in this way, coming from the fact that she beat you to it. But then a part of you also, and for Vertigo, who beat the charm, understanding intuitively what is happening right now, there's this moment of dawning realization from everybody as Lynn touches the amulet, and immediately her life force is being drawn into it. She goes hollow-cheeked, her eyes roll back up in her head, she drops to 0 hit points, and the Siphoner Queen reforms
I hate this.
at full hit
Oh.
points. And I'll roll initiative for her. So, yeah, that went about as poorly as it could have.
Bigby's hand is gone too, by the way. Just,
Oh, yes.
you know.
Yeah. You're not concentrating on it anymore, I suppose. Yeah, so her initiative is... Where is that initiative roll? Oh, well, we'll just do that. Okay. She gets a dirty 20 initiative, which I'll go ahead and be kind enough to put that after Zaleen and Zinhorn's 20. So, Zaleen, you just watched that happen. As soon as it did, the compulsion to touch the amulet disappears. It pops like a balloon, and you recognize it for what it was. Obviously, it was a powerful charm designed to produce exactly what just happened.
So is all the magic gone from it now?
No, it still functions as the Soul Stone, but it has now done
Oh,
what
okay.
it needed to do because the Lich Queen has reformed with all of her hit points.
Okay. So Man. I'm gonna turn to Zinhorn and be like, grab that stone. And I'm going to cast. Oh my god. She's just at 0 hit points. Like, she's not dead, right?
She's at 0, just like she just dropped to 0. So not dead,
Okay.
but dying.
Okay, good. I'm going to cast. Man, that's really far away. I'm going to cast Heal on her at level 6, which will
Okay.
give you 70 hit points. So you're no longer drained of your life because of my stupidity.
Okay. So I think as you're taking sort of these emergency, sort of panicked actions to help Lynn, I'm not trying to cut off the rest of your turn, but I'm just saying I think you're feeling a little bit of like it. You're realizing something, but it's not quite there yet. There's something you know, but it's on the tip of your tongue, but you can't quite. I think you're perhaps like, I don't want to put this feeling on you necessarily, but I can imagine that you're a little bit panicked right now, and so as a result, you've not quite managed to put together the piece of something that you know is important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So did she fall when that happened?
Lynn, I mean, I imagine
Yeah.
she sort of slipped down the side of the pyramid, but she didn't take damage.
Okay. I will use my movement to sort of slide down to where she is.
Okay.
And stand with her just as a precaution.
All right. So yes, the queen is right here.
I will flip her off with my bonus action.
All right. Zinhorn.
So is she actually undead now, like classic undead?
I mean, she kind of was before.
Okay,
She doesn't look any different than she did before. She looks like her body has been completely reformed, just like it was.
okay. I am going to fly over to Lynn and grab the stone.
Lynn doesn't have the stone. As soon as she touched it, it sucked all the life out of her, and she fell away from it. So it's still in the alcove. But you can you can try to go there and grab the stone.
Yes, try and go there and grab the stone.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Jeez.
You dropped to
6.
0 hit points. With a 6, you dropped to 0 hit points. Yeah. So, yes, it is now the queen's turn, and she just sort of clucks her tongue and shakes her head, smiling. She says, "You have caused me enough trouble that I will make this last." And she's going to attack. She's going to use the Glare of Undeath on, let's see. I think just on Lynn, who's just right there. No, she does it. She does it on Zaylene. I feel like that's she knows that Zaylene is the sort of the real enemy from her perspective here. So that's a wisdom saving throw. Okay. And then she's also going to, so with a 13, unfortunately, once again, like the panic is just compounded here. and just the whiplash of emotions of you thought you had succeeded, and now it's like it's you're still weakened from the fight and she's back to full strength, and how did you think this was ever going to go any different? It's just these thoughts are imposing themselves on your mind. And then from there, she is also going to cast Conflagration on Lynn. That is a 30 to hit.
That is a spell.
Yes.
What can I do? Guess it's gonna have to be 4th level counterspell.
Okay. That works. You counterspell it. And she looks to you and is going to now target you with a magic drain. That's a 23 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Yeah, it's going to do 21 necrotic damage, and you need to
Okay.
make a wisdom saving throw. Magical. Just realized my extension's not running.
23.
Okay, so that means you don't have your magic pulled away from you, but you do take the damage.
Okay.
And then she is going to once again cast Conflagration on Lynn.
Hmm.
That is a 33 to hit for 44 fire damage. And you have this lingering, clinging fire around you that, as we established last time, means that on your next turn, if you do an action and a bonus action, you will take additional damage. If you do just one or the other, you won't, and it will last that round. And then she has one more thing. What does she do? She's going to look to Trandonel and cast Immortal Pain on him, which she gets a 32 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I can't click on the damage because the little virtual d20 is literally on top of it. Okay, there we go. So that's going to be 18 psychic damage for him, and he is afflicted with pain that it will make his attacks for the time being do half damage.
Okay.
And then at the end of that round of attacks, she is going to levitate into the air, floating 20 feet above the level of the ground there. Okay. Evan's turn.
All right. He is like super mad because he was dead, like really dead, and he is not up for that. So, because she's far away, he is going to use his. Oh wait, I need to look at something really quick. So it doesn't say on the Storm Girdle. Is that a thing that he can only use like once per day? Because it doesn't
Yes.
say that on there.
I
Okay.
believe that is the case. If it's not saying that, that's an oversight.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to double check before I did anything
Sure.
stupid. So yeah, he's gonna fire off some crossbow bolts at her
Okay.
because heck her.
Yeah.
That's gonna be 1,000,000 to hit.
1,000,000. That probably would hit.
That's definitely.
Yeah. A 30 would hit for sure.
This is only gonna be, I think, a 20, so it's probably not gonna hit. No, 17. That doesn't hit.
All right. So the 30 hits. The 17 does not. Go ahead and roll.
And then one more.
Yeah.
I got. He has one more. He gets
Sure.
3.
Then go ahead and roll the damage for whichever ones are hitting.
Okay. That one will hit too.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, 29.
So 2 of those crossbow bolts hit. As before, she is resistant to non-magical piercing damage, but she will take, half. So 3 from that first one, and 4 from the other, so 7.
Yeah.
She kind of scoffs. She's like, one of the bolts is sort of in her shoulder, and she just brushes it away.
He just like, you shut up. All right. That's his
Okay.
turn.
Great. Trendonell's turn.
Okay. Trendonell will frown at the return of this creature, but step over to Zinhorn's side, reach down. Come on, friend. Not quite yet. Time to rest. And he'll use his last 16 points of lay on hands to revive him. So you get 16 hit points.
All right.
And then still kind of kneeling over you, making sure your eyes are opening and so forth. He'll look at you and say, friend, I think we shouldn't touch that with anything but a weapon. If you're with me, then let's destroy it. And that'll be a inspiring help. You'll get 2d6 bonus to your attack roll or damage, whatever you choose.
All right.
All right. Is that end of Trendonell's turn?
Yes.
Okay. Buster.
Buster just saw Zinhorn go down and come back up after the ugly mean lady
Yeah.
came back up. He's on top of the pyramid, so he's just gonna leap at her.
Sure. So I will let him make an athletics check. If he gets a 17 or better, he can make one attack in midair on her.
Okay. He does not have athletics per se, so just a regular D20 roll.
Well, I mean, strength.
Oh, plus strength?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, he gets +4 on strength, so that's a 20.
All right, yeah. So then he's going to be able to sort of snap at her in midair.
He's gonna try and take a bite out of her and hold on and hopefully
Sure,
drag
yeah.
her down.
Yeah.
And he's not going to.
Unfortunately, no. She shifts at the last second, and even though he had been pretty on target with his jump, she is just a little bit too mobile in the air, and she's able to shift out of the way. Sees him coming.
He is kind of big.
Yes. I think he lands and scrambles to his feet, ready for another, but not on this round. All right, Vertigo.
Get her, Gita. And oh, there it is. Going to is that a sorcerer spell? Yeah. So just raw energy around his left hand without the pen, and he just hurls it at her in this pulsating collection of static. I'm going to hit her with Tasha's Mind Whip.
Okay.
That is an int save, difficulty 17.
Okay.
Uh,
she rolls
and
it with advantage.
Okay.
Just because she's magical resistant. Yeah, that's going to be a 30 to save.
No, yeah, I can't do anything to her then. Okay. Bonus action. Consume a 5th level spell to get some sorcery points back.
Okay.
And then Gita acts at the end of Nedry's turn. And oh, there she is. And we'll swoop over and try to slash at her.
Okay.
Let's see. These were Yeah, it goes down. +9 to hit. Right. D20 +9. That's a 16 to hit.
I'm afraid not.
This is second try, 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
Okay. 6 +4 +7. 13 piercing damage. Magical
Okay.
piercing.
Yeah. 13 will, magical piercing will take full damage.
And then the third strike, only an 11.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll use its breath weapon. So a cone. It's the only thing in the cone.
Mm-hmm.
It is a dexterity saving throw against
Mm-hmm.
19.
She's going to fail the save.
Okay. That is 2d6. So 7 psychic damage.
Okay.
And I think that's it.
Let me double check here. Okay, yeah. Takes that. Okay. It is the top of the round again. Lynn.
Yeah. So I'm going to glare some not literal daggers at her,
Mhm.
but then I'm going to maybe this is a bad idea, but you know what? I'm very unhappy right now. I
Alright.
am going to use my 8th level spell slot and I'm going to cast Disintegrate not on her, but on the Death Rock.
Okay. So that is disintegrate. So hang on. I believe there is an attack roll to be made. Yeah, let me just double check. It's because it does have an AC. Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and roll your attack on it because it's small. So targeting it.
It says it says there's a saving throw.
Oh,
Dexterity saving throw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I also read somewhere that if it's a small object, that
Mhm.
it's
The larger,
instantly
smaller.
well,
disintegrated.
I
Yeah.
said small. It's actually a tiny, but meaning in like I said small colloquially, not as a category, but nonetheless, I think if it is a saving throw thing, then I guess it hits and it does 105 force damage and is disintegrated to nothing.
Oh.
And the Siphoner Queen, roars with rage at you. So, do you do anything
That's
else?
all I'm gonna do because I'm
Okay,
still
sure.
engulfed
Yes.
in
Yes, as your turn finishes, the flames do start to kind of dissipate, but that is where we leave that. Zaleen, there all of these arcane runes that had kind of lined the interior chamber where the soul stone was are now annihilated, and you know that ritual that she was doing, like it all involved that, and there's something about that's important, and I need you to make a religion check here.
Okay.
To try to overcome like this panicked immediate instinct to try to just keep fighting her here.
26.
26 is pretty good. You sense here that this ritual that she was performing was so elaborate and required so much power because she was trying to force her way into taking the throne, so to speak, by force of will and magic. To a welcomed successor it would not be such a trial. I think you recognize that if you were to step into the Mistress of the Dark's role, it would be trivial to dispense with the Queen. But there would be no coming back. And I want to emphasize, by no coming back, I mean Zaleen would become an NPC under my control.
I'm gonna do it.
What does it look like as you start to this process?
I think that before I start to walk up to it, I just turn to Lynn and reach out and touch her face. And then my hand just turns to shadow as I start walking toward the opening. And the shadow just trails all the way up my arm and down my shoulder, up my neck, and until I become shadow and just pass through.
So, as you've opened yourself up to this, Zaleen, you had been prepared for the idea, the possibility that something like this could happen, but it was understandably difficult to really fully comprehend or even imagine what that would actually be like or what it would mean exactly. But as you allow the mortal part of yourself to go, it is as though you had been waiting for this. You are ready. It is as natural to you as anything could be. And you understand what it is to take on this new role. And I'm not saying that you now are just like she was, because you will be your own new goddess of the domain of death. And maybe you'll do things differently than the previous Mistress of the Dark did. And what that means, time will tell. But for now, there is a throne that must be occupied. And to do that, you can no longer inhabit the mortal form that you've been using. And I think as the rest of you watch, Zaleen becomes shadow, seems to step into the darkness, and is gone. And Zaleen, as you find your awareness spreading to encompass the room, the cavern, the tree, the plane, the cosmos, the pretentious, presumptive magic that the Siphoner Queen had been attempting to leverage here. Maybe it could have been effective against a weakened, tired Mistress of the Dark. But for you now, it's nothing. What happens to her?
I snap my fingers and she disappears. She just disintegrates into like these weird embers that devour themselves the way she had been devouring everything.
So you do that, and there is an immediate realization that as much as that was fully within your capabilities to do, you sense a ripple in the cosmos and understand that every direct action you take in the material plane is going to cause disruptive waves. It doesn't stop you from being able to do it, but you now have an understanding that there are going to be consequences for any action you take directly. Perhaps that means there needs to be another way. I think you are aware that the Siphoner Queen's lieutenants are not destroyed. Do you take action against them as well?
I do not, because I trust that my companions and my friends are strong enough to face them.
Okay. So, for the rest of you, you watch as Zaleen steps into the shadows, and then with a look of horror that turns into just a look of unconsciousness, the Siphoner Queen just blows away into dust.
Okay, what was that?
I didn't get to say goodbye.
Are we saying goodbye? Is the physical or the outline, the shadow still sitting on the throne?
No, so the physical throne that the Siphoner Queen had sat in physically is crushed beneath the pyramid top.
Oh,
there was
right,
a
right,
metaphorical throne of
Metaphorical
the
throne.
of the Mistress of the Dark that was never physical in this plane. So you basically don't see anything. You saw the shadowy form step into this darkened alcove and disappear.
Try reaching out with telepathy. Zaleen, are you still in there? How did you harness the whatever this thing is?
I move over and give Lynn a hug.
Just kind of stunned, staring at where she walked into the shadow.
She's ascended.
Oh, 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 oh. That was not something I expected.
I thought it might happen eventually, but I didn't expect that we wouldn't have a chance to say goodbye.
Well, speaking theologically, which you're obviously aware, the gods are not beyond the realm of mortals to communicate with. Some might argue that they are always available to communicate with if they so choose. So, I don't think you've missed your opportunity, has just changed somewhat. And I would caution against, perhaps, the notion of goodbye. If what's happened is really what's happened, they're not gone. They're just long distance.
She's not the same person anymore. She's the mistress of the dark now.
Are you kidding me? None of us are the same person we started out with. I know this more than anyone. None of us stay the same. Some get more powerful, some change, some go away along the way.
I mean, 5 minutes ago, Nedry. She's not the same person she was 5 minutes ago. She's a god now.
In moments, things can change.
Well,
Um,
Lynn,
I think that Evan is just gonna walk up and stand next to Lynn and just kind of stand there, like stunned.
yep. I mean, how many people got to date a future god? I mean,
that depends on which stories you believe, I think.
yeah. Um,
Not that this wasn't special. This was completely and totally unexpected and very special. Probably we'll have songs written about it. Probably Lynn will write a few songs about it. Maybe a play, a book too,
well,
poetry.
take 30 seconds because we still have the, well, I don't know, we may still have the lieutenants to deal with.
Yeah, I think even though it's not a concentration spell, Lynn, I think you recognize that you're down to, maybe a minute or so left of the prismatic wall.
Do we want to stay and see what comes out of that wall, or do we want to leave? And with that, I'm actually going to heal.
I think we have to finish the job.
I channel divinity and ask Rushama for 100 hit points and give myself 100 hit points, and then I do it again and give Lynn 100 hit points.
Are you muted, Starla? Or you just didn't make it? Okay.
Nope. Lynn has not said a word.
I don't know if Lynn's head is in the game to finish this.
What would the heroes of legend do? Would they stop now when the battle isn't finished? Would they let everything that their friend did go in vain? No, they'd fight on and uh, they'd save the day.
They would whoop some keister.
And there's a lot of keister to be whooped. So what do you say, Lynn? Shall we sing a song to Zaline as we trash some evildoers?
I'm trying to remember where we came up from.
I mean, essentially, as we look at this map and you see there's kind of a gap between the roots there in the center, below, like south of the pyramid, like you basically came up through there.
I think you used the hither zither to get us up there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking. I'm gonna do that one more time.
All right.
But let's see. Hold on. It has to be a flat surface that I can see, and I can't see down there.
I think that there's enough magical light down there that you would be able to see the ground down there.
Okay. Then, yeah, wordlessly cast one portal, then another, and I walk right through.
Okay. I will assume everybody either goes through there or has their own way of proceeding downward. So I'll move.
Vertigo will ride with Gita, and actually, while he's being held in the claws, kind of just imagine that he is the dragon for a moment or two, actually able to fly like a dragon.
Okay.
Try not to whoop loudly.
Deleting the old tokens, and so everyone can put yourselves where you want to be, knowing that this prismatic wall is very close. I mean, the prismatic wall would have provided enough light to see by down there, if nothing else. But yeah. Um, we'll probably have a new initiative roll when this all kicks off again here. And I need to double check about prismatic wall because I think that they might be blinded in there to start off with.
I have a joke to lighten the mood. I just texted James and was like, well, I just ascended to godhood. He was like, nice. Can you use your new powers to bring back the quesalupa?
The answer is yes, but there may be
Yes.
ramifications.
It's an
But
undead
a
version.
butterfly will cause a tsunami.
Let's see. I think that, okay, looking at the rule about the prismatic wall here, if another creature that can see the wall moves within 20 feet of it or starts its turn there, must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or have the blinded condition for 1 minute. What I think is true here is that was true, but they've been in it long enough and could close their eyes and not be seeing it long enough for the blinded to wear off. And if they kind of opened their eyes, it could affect them again, but they're basically accepting that they're stuck until it goes down and closing their eyes. So they won't be blinded when it goes down.
But they will have their eyes closed.
Yes, at least at first.
Okay. So hit them hard and hit them fast.
So none of you, I think, let's go ahead and have you all roll for initiative again here, and I can put you on the tracker if necessary.
Oh, I will need you to add Trundanel to the initiative.
Yeah. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 6. We need a Buster on there. I'll put him on the. There we go.
Yep. Buster's on there already.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And let me move the circle just so I can
Right. Unless you want to give us 2 Busters. I mean,
That would mean a lot of healing to non-humans.
okay.
Because Buster squared would take up so much damage.
Yeah. So here's what I'm going to do. As far as the idea that they're blinded to start, I'm going to take that little tag off of them. But what I'm going to say is that I'm going to effect that mechanically by having them all roll initiative with disadvantage. Does that sound fair? So with the assumption that I will allow you all to be holding an action if you want for when it comes down, but with the understanding that because you don't have exactly a precise timing for that, you probably want to be holding a weapon action or a cantrip and not a bigger spell, just from a timing standpoint, if that makes sense. If you really want to be holding a spell, we could maybe do that, but I would require maybe a roll to see if you time it properly. So give me just a moment here to get everyone with their new initiatives here. Okay, and then, oh, I didn't roll that with disadvantage. Wow, okay, yeah, 4 for her. Oh, it didn't put her on the tracker automatically. That's okay. And then for the wraiths, wow, they're rolling really low anyway. Umbral. be 10 for that guy. And for Worm-Hearted Suffragan. Okay, 12. Okay, so like, what is the plan? Let's see. We've got Trandonel, Nedry, and Buster all at 14. Do you want to decide what order you want to have them in?
That order is fine
Okay,
for me.
sure.
Sure.
And so basically, if everyone is, I'm assuming holding an action for when the wall drops, but tell me if you want to do something else. Otherwise, I will say it drops, you do the held actions, and then we begin the initiative in the rolled order.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
weapon attack, I guess.
Well, you're going to need to be in a place where, so you're not currently in melee with them, so you'll need to
No.
have like a ranged.
We have to
Oh.
do ranged. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
Guiding.
like a cantrip or something. But yeah, because you can't hold the movement.
Ah, okay.
All right.
Well, if we can do cantrips, then
Yeah.
I'll go with Sacred Flame.
Okay, so we'll do the held actions in the initiative order, but this is just the held actions right now. So the Sacred Flame on who? Zinhorn?
I want to see what happens when I light up Worm Guy.
Okay. All right, so this is Worm Guy in the center right now.
Okay.
Shadowy Guy is this southmost one here. Mean Girl Vampire is the north one here, and then on the right and left here are like wraiths. They're like you know, the lower level Siphoner creatures. So on Worm Guy, he's going to make a Dex save. That's a 22. Although you know what, because this is the held action and he would have still had his eyes closed, I'm going to have him roll that again to reflect disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're all essentially, it's like, you know, he can't see you until his eyes are open. So by the time they get a turn or by the time they've been hit once, they're still effectively blinded. So that second one was a 6, so that'll hit. So what's your damage for your Sacred Flame?
22.
Nice. Interesting. Why has it got the Blessed Strikes on there? That doesn't seem right. Anyway, 22 I think is correct. All right. So yeah, he takes that and he snarls in pain and some of his little worms burn away.
Okay.
All right. Did Evan have a held attack?
Yeah, he is going to fire a crossbow bolt at Mean Vampire Girl.
Okay.
I'm assuming he can only do one because these were held attacks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
17 hits.
Oh, nice.
And
so that's 9 damage.
Yeah, she is resistant, but she'll take 4. And now she has her eyes open. Actually, re-roll that just to see if you get a crit, because she had her eyes closed until this starts happening. And then it'll be Zinhorn's.
No,
we
not.
did Zinhorn's already. I already am not doing this in the order I said I was. So Lynn, it would be your opportunity.
Are we only doing held actions right now?
Yes, this is just held action right now.
Then let's see. I forget what this one does. Don't ever use it. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold Vicious Mockery. For the mean girl, because I don't like her.
Yeah, no, I think that makes sense. That's a wisdom save, I think.
Yes, 18.
Okay. She does have. No, she doesn't have the magical resistance. So just wisdom save is. Well, she rolled high though, so she got a 26.
Yeah, that'll save.
Yeah. Okay. Trandonell's got one. Vertigo's got one. I think Buster wouldn't have been able to hold an action because he wasn't able to be within melee. I don't know about. I think the dragon could maybe have held the breath action.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Mhm.
With Trendonell, he had those javelins.
Mm-hmm.
So I could try to toss one of those, which was the same, but he's slightly less range because I didn't realize they were 30. So that's
Yeah, you could say he was a little closer. He would have known what the range
Okay.
was.
Then the 23 would stand
Okay.
on the one in the front there.
All right, that would hit.
And that is 7 piercing.
All right. Were those magical javelins? I can't remember.
No.
Okay. So yeah, he's resistant as well, but he takes the 3.
Okay.
All right.
Vertigo is launching a ray of frost at the one in the front.
Gotcha.
It is a. Oh, it is a spell attack. Sorry. Oh, it did it. 18 to hit.
18 definitely hits.
Okay, so it's 18 cold.
Okay. That guy is immune to cold damage.
Oh, of course. Well, we'll see. And then the dragon is going to let go its breath.
That's a dex save for everybody.
I believe so.
Okay.
Too many windows.
So the folks that have been targeted already are making a standard save. The wraiths are making it at disadvantage.
It's against 19.
Okay, Shadow Guy failed. Wormy.
Or sorry, 17 in this case.
Wormy saves. Mean Girl. Mean Girl also saves. The wraiths. One saves. The other does not. So the left hand one saves. The right hand one does not.
Okay, so 9 psychic for those who didn't save, 4 psychic for those who did.
Okay. 9, 4. And then I think we said the Shadow Guy fails. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
And that's psychic damage.
Yeah. They none of them are resistant to that. All right. And as they're starting to all take a little bit of damage, I think it's clear to you all Mean Girl Vampire's the one that's got the juice here. She's more powerful than the others. But yes, they all take some degree of damage. Was that everybody's held action? Okay.
Yep.
So Lynn, it would be your first turn proper.
Right, so I am going to use my last 5th level spell slot and cast Lightning Bolt. So that is a Dexterity 18 saving throw.
Nice. I assume right up the middle there.
Yep.
Great. Love that. I love that for you. So first, the shadowy guy up front gets a 19, and further is resistant to lightning. That guy. So it would be 16, and it's going to be 8 instead for him. But then Wormy gets a 3, or rather a 6 total, and is not resistant to lightning. So that's
Nice.
33 for him, which is a pretty hard hit for him. And then Mean Girl is pretty good at Dex, but not resistant. Oh, I. So that first roll, I think that first 10, I'll keep the die roll, but the die roll was a 7, but it should actually be 15, not 10. But I think 15 still fails.
It still fails.
Yeah, so she does take 33 lightning. And,
Nice.
and you see like singe marks and smoking on her outfit, and she looks really irritated.
All right. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to use unsettling words.
Yeah.
And I'm going to look at her and be like, that's what you chose to wear? Oh my God.
Nice. So is that another wisdom save for her?
No, that is like bardic inspiration, but
Oh, okay. So
the
like
opposite.
her attack roll would.
Yeah, so she's got there's a 1d12. She must subtract the number rolled from the next saving throw it makes
Okay.
before the start of my next turn.
Great. Love that. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Nope.
Okay.
Wait, I should
oh.
probably move. Hold on.
If you want.
I'm just I'm gonna go right here.
Okay. All right. Now it would make it Evan's turn.
He is gonna charge in and make 3 melee attacks against Wormface.
Okay.
And his bonus action is just gonna be looking at Mean Girl and being like, I heard you don't even go here. So he's gonna do that.
Wormy is in the center. So Shadow Guy is the southmost one. But you can.
If I move here, I can hit him, right?
Yes.
Okay. I can see.
Yeah. No,
I
that's
was like,
fine.
wait.
Yeah, that works. So if you want to attack
Okay.
Wormy, that's where you need to be. Great. So go ahead and roll those
Perfect.
attacks.
That's a natural 1.
And that's gonna miss, I'm afraid, because of natural oneness. 25
wait.
hits.
Yeah.
Look at that. 14 magical piercing damage. That's pretty good. He's slicing right through those worms.
Oh my God, that's another natural 1.
Oh no. Okay. Well,
He's distraught.
Yeah. So that one hit though that he did hit did some real damage, and this thing is not you can see he's already lost some of his internal support for holding his sort of wormy frame together, and he's his form is looking a little sloppy. But he's still got some moves. Any other bonus action or anything from Evan?
No.
I think the bonus action was making a quip.
Yep.
All right, cool. Zinhorn. You're muted.
I'm going to unmute, and then I am going to cast Firestorm.
Whoa.
Which allows me to put up to 10 10-foot cubes on the board.
Okay. So my guess here, that flexibility would give you the opportunity to hit all of them without hitting Evan.
That is correct.
And because it is just a one blast, right? It doesn't persist or anything. We'll just assume that you can get all of the enemies within its area of effect. But they overlapping doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything extra.
Yeah. Right. So do they make a saving throw?
Dexterity 18.
Okay. Let's start with Mr. Shadow. It's a pale imitation of the true Queen of Shadows. He's going to get an 18, so he's going to just save. That will be that'll be 14 fire damage for him. I assume it's still 14 fire damage. Hang on, yeah, and he's not resistant to fire. Okay. Mr. Worms, They call him Dr. Worm. He's not a real doctor, but he is an actual worm.
Does he play one on YouTube?
He fails his save. So that's going to be 29 fire damage to him. He is not completely destroyed, but he is falling apart. He is like almost completely annihilated by that fire.
He's going to be fish food soon.
Yeah. Mean Girl is going to get... so she gets 11, but she actually has a legendary resistance she can use, which she will. So she's going to also only take half of that. Yeah, and then the Wraiths. They're not resistant to fire. They're resistant to lots of things, but not fire. Fail and fail. They both fail. So they are not completely destroyed either, but both of them are also like significantly damaged. That was a lot of damage to them. None of them completely destroyed, but a lot of damage dealt for sure. Anything else for your turn?
Not for me.
Okay. Trendanel.
Yeah, that's a lot of fire. But he's undeterred and will rush in.
I was going to say, non-flying enemies lets his actual strengths as a stat block shine a little better than he was able to in the last fight.
Yeah, a little bit better, as long as they stand still. So he'll run into the other kind of corner.
Mm-hmm.
We've got this for your friend, and he'll do an aid action to Evan because he apparently needs it with all those natural ones. And yeah, I think he's going to strike first at the shadow guy and see how
Okay.
that goes with his magical longsword.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 16 to hit.
Okay, 16 does hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's 6 points of magical slashing.
Okay.
Same one again then. 29 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Another 8 points of magical slashing.
Okay.
And why not a third of the same one? Only a 12.
12 does not hit. But he's slashed at him a couple of times. That guy is definitely... he's a shadow guy, and he's bleeding more shadow. It's a little bit of a hat on a hat, honestly. But he's definitely hurting. Okay. And he's already given an aid action to Evan.
Evan. Yeah.
All right, Buster's turn.
Buster
I think
goes
it's... Oh, yeah. Well, doesn't
right
matter.
up the middle for Shadow Guy
Yeah. All right.
and goes for the bite.
Just so worked out that having them all roll initiative at disadvantage, they literally all four of them ended up at the very bottom. So they're not even getting to do anything while you guys are. So 10 is going to miss, unfortunately, with the bite.
Okay.
Go ahead and make these.
The first claw. Oh, God.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Buster.
Yeah, that's 2 twos on the die in a row to
Yep.
get 10 and a 10. 17 will hit for 19. Oh my gosh. He has 1 hit point left.
I never get the kill. Oh, well.
Okay.
He's gonna get a thing, an
Yeah.
attack.
Okay. So that's the end of Buster's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mr. Worms. Yes.
I went on 14, or I go on 14.
Oh, did I skip you? I'm sorry. If I did, I apologize. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, because you and the dragon should go. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. I'm just trying to figure out which of the things. I think
I'm
He'll
just
move.
gonna give slightly different numbers so that I don't scan over it like that.
He'll move up a bit. I don't want to hurt anybody I know. So, he's going to, at 5th level, cast blindness,
Ooh,
which would be 4 targets in total.
okay,
So the 3 primary targets and the wraith to the left.
okay,
That is a Constitution 19 save.
okay. I'm just double checking to make sure that none of them have some weird like blindside or immunity to blindness or something like that. Nope, 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 nope. So they make a con save, is that right?
That's right, Constitution 19.
Okay, so first the wraith that is included does get a dirty 20 for his save. Mean Girl Vampire. Did it roll? There we go. Yeah, she rolled high. She got a 30. But Mr. Worms fails. Mr. Shadow also fails. So, yeah. So these two guys are blinded.
Okay. I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to quicken a spell
Mm-hmm.
and cast. It's
Well, you just did a spell, so it has to be cantrip,
a
right?
cantrip,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. Mm-hmm.
Sorceress Burst.
Mm-hmm.
There's still only 1 target.
Both the shadowy and the wormy guy are looking like on the, almost destroyed.
I think the worm guy, just
Mhm.
because the one he knows.
Yep.
That is a ranged spell attack. Okay. And I'm gonna make it. Let's make it thunder because that's always fun. 27 to hit.
Hits for sure.
So 9 thunder.
Right. He splatters worms all over the mean girl vampire.
That's why thunder's more fun.
And she's like, ew.
And that is his turn. The dragon is going to. Yeah, I think it's got enough range for that. I keep I keep moving away from that spell, and I need to keep it open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fly 60, so it's good. So it will fly around to here, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, as it's flying in, it will stop here and do its breath weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a dexterity saving throw against 17 for the wraith and for the vampire girl.
Okay. So it's just doing the breath first. The closer wraith?
Yes.
Okay. So
Oh, actually, it's a 30-foot cone. I guess you can get the second wraith as well.
Okay. For the vampire, she's gonna get. It's not clicking it properly. There we go. She's gonna fail that save. The wraiths are also nope. The second one saves, but the mean girl vampire
Okay.
and.
So those that fail, 10 psychic damage. Those that succeed, 5 psychic damage. And then continue on so they can attack the vampire girl
Great.
with the rending attacks.
Mm-hmm.
+9.
Boy, it really makes a difference when all of the enemies had all of their initiative all at the end.
Oh, yeah.
It just lets all you guys unload on them. But then, of course, it means that, the ones that are left all get to go in a row, too.
Yep. 24 to hit.
Okay. 24 does hit.
13 magical slashing.
Yep.
13 to hit.
Okay. 13
Shouldn't have
does
missed
not
it.
hit. Yeah.
Okay. And a nat 20 on the last
Woohoo!
one.
Look at that. That'll
So,
hit. Yeah.
For 16 points of magical slashing.
Okay. Okay, so now technically she's using a legendary action here. And so she is going to kind of sniff the air, and she's looking around. And who is the most hurt right now? Who has, is there anyone that's down some?
I am down 41 points.
Okay. I think that you're probably the winner here then. She sniffs and then looks at you, and it's as though she is just like smelling the blood that's exposed to the air. And she is going to call it to her. And you feel the blood from your wound literally flying out of your body over to her. And you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And 18 is just what you needed. I think at the last second you were able to sort of like staunch the bleeding and prevent her from gaining meaningfully from it.
Rashama, protect me.
Okay, so that makes it now her turn. And you watch as some of her wounds begin to heal. Wait, no, it's not her turn yet. Sorry, it's she goes in a second. It's not her turn yet. It's the shadow guy first. And let's see. I think that he is going to reach out to attack Buster with his shadowy touch. But he only, let's see, he got a 15, which I don't think hits Buster.
That will not hit Buster.
Okay. He's got one more attack of that. That's a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
He's going to do 16 necrotic damage to Buster.
Okay.
And Buster's strength score is reduced by 3.
Okay.
And
He drops
then
his strength to a 16.
and then I think that let's see. I think he's got yeah, so he is going to reach out and makes a strange gesture as though he's grasping something that you can't see. And what actually happens is that you all watch as a conjured gigantic hand made of shadow begins to wrap itself around Trandinel. And he needs to make a dexterity saving throw or be restrained by these wispy, shadowy fingers.
Nope, that is only a 10.
Okay, so he is restrained by that shadowy hand, and then the shadow guy is going to try to move away, and he can go incorporeal, and he goes to just try to fly right through Evan. However, Buster, Trandinel, and Evan can all make opportunity attacks. Trandinel would do so at disadvantage because he's restrained.
Okay. Buster
Evan
will...
rolled a 19 crit.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter. The rest might have hit or not, but I think as this, incorporeal shadow siphoner tries to start moving through Evan. Evan is too fast, and he basically just places his magical long sword, magical sword in its path, and it just impales itself on this sword and is destroyed.
Rip.
Okay, it is the Wraith's turn now. And then I think actually after that turn, with one remaining legendary action, Mean Girl Vampire has let's see, what's it called? Just move. She can move up to her speed without provoking opportunity attacks. And so I think she is going to 10, 20, 30. Yeah. Oh, Trandonell is no longer restrained when the Shadow Guy was destroyed. That stopped. But she's going to move down there to where Zinhorn is on her turn. It is now the Wraith's turn. The one that is by Evan is going to try to reach out and hit him with its agonizing touch. That's going to be a 14 to hit, which I think misses him.
It does.
Yeah. And then the next, it can do that twice, but it misses even worse the next time. So that one, no good. But then it's going to try to move through him in the same way that he did, but he no longer has his reaction to try to do anything about it. And so when it passes through Evan, he's going to take 10 psychic damage as it passes through him and fills him with pain as it moves through. Like that. The other one is attacking Trandonell in the same way. That first one is certainly going to hit, or miss. I mean, the first attack certainly going to miss. Second attack hits with a 25.
Yep.
It's going to do 15 psychic damage, and Trandonell needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
18.
Which he saves, so he is not dazed. But then it's also going to do the same thing of moving through Trandonell and Buster. So that's going to be 7 psychic damage for both of them.
Okay.
And that's the Wraith's turn. It's now Mean Girl Vampire's turn.
Which ones were blinded?
Oh, you know what? Good point. You know what? The only things that were blinded are now dead.
Oh, I thought when the race failed. Okay.
I had thought so too, but I don't think I put the little token on the little symbol on them, and I don't see it now.
Okay.
So I'm sorry. I think I might have supposed to have been doing something different for one of them. I apologize. So I think, let's see, what is her? She's got complicated stuff here.
Did she have to make any saving throws? I
Not
kind
yet.
of lost track. Okay.
Or wait, no, she had to make the dex saving throw against the dragon's breath, but she failed and used a legendary anyway.
Okay.
So, so she failed that one, but then used the legendary anyway. Against you, Zinhorn, she says, let's try that again. And she is going to, a little closer to you, try to call the blood once more. So that's another Constitution saving throw.
That'll be an 8.
Yeah. So even just as it's her turn, you see that some of her wounds were already healing.
Mm-hmm.
And then now she, as this this effect goes this time, working this time, you're going to take 24 necrotic damage, and your HP maximum is reduced by 24.
Ooh, boy.
And she is going to gain half that in hit points back. And I think that is yeah, that's her turn. So we're back up to the top with Lynn.
All right. I am going to cast. Where did it go? Use my. Oh, it's not my last 4th level, but I am going to cast Psychic Lance on her. It's
Okay.
an Intelligence 18 saving throw.
Okay. That's a she got 17, which is going to just fail.
Yep, and she is incapacitated until the start of my next turn, and she takes
Ooh, boy.
25
I think
psychic damage.
I think she's going to use her last legendary to not have that happen. But that is her
to
last.
not be incapacitated or not take the damage.
To basically because that was a save, right? So yeah, she's going to not fail the save.
Okay.
But that is her last legendary.
All right, so she'll still take 12 psychic damage.
Mm-hmm. And then as a legendary action after your turn, or did you have anything else for your turn?
Nope, I think that's it.
Okay. She is going to once again move down to here without provoking opportunity actions or attacks. And she's going to move down to here. And then I think you have just cast the spell. You watch her sort of shrug it off. And then all of a sudden she's behind you whispering in your ears, "Where's your girlfriend?"
Did she just take 2 legendary actions? Like, did you just say,
no.
like, moving was a legendary action?
Moving was a legendary action. She used her legendary resistance. I think I
Oh,
might
okay.
have said legendary action. Her last legendary resistance, this was a legendary action, which she gets 3 of per round. Okay. But so now it's Evan's turn.
Okay, Evan is going to start stalking down this way and get to here,
Well,
and
you
he
just
is going
moved
to.
This
Oh,
way.
they're confusing.
Yeah, I think he was right
There. And he's going to slash at this wraith guy.
Okay.
Come on, what is happening? That's a million. He has like plus 15, so everything feels like
Yeah.
a million.
Basically, with a 15, I think with these guys, he would have to roll a natural 1 to miss.
Yeah, which is what he did. Like,
right. Well, he
the
was
first
attacking
2
the other
times.
guy before, but yes, which was a little better. But yeah, he absolutely. That one is almost destroyed just from the first hit there.
I think he still has the aid from.
That one's a natural 20.
Okay, yeah, that wraith is destroyed. Oh, that guy should have still been on.
I like how it rolls. It actually rolls the natural 20 damage.
Yeah.
Like, that's nice.
Yeah.
It doesn't always do that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that wraith was destroyed with the second attack.
Okay, and then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to come down here.
Okay. Not going to use his third attack on the other wraith?
Can you do that? I thought it was like a...
No. Yeah, I mean, or rather, yes, you can. That's fine. If that's
no,
what you
I'm
want to
good.
do.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna go back up there. I'm trying to get down here.
Sure. No, I understand.
So,
yeah.
That's good.
Okay. Okay, that's Evan's turn. It would be now Zinhorn's turn.
All right. Zinhorn is going to move here and use his 9 live sword to attack her.
Okay.
33 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. Woo, look at that. 27.
And then for his bonus action, he's going to cast Light Snare.
Whoa. Okay.
And
What
he
is-
got a 28 to hit.
What is that? What is light?
A shimmering band of light streaks toward a target within range and envelops it in a spectacular burst of light. Make a ranged spell attack against a target. On a hit, the target is restrained and it is magically fixed in place until the end of its next turn.
Whoa. Interesting.
And with his final bonus action, he's going to say, Buster, kill.
Oh. Nice.
Actually, can Buster get there?
I don't know, but I'm looking up this spell just because I'm not saying there's anything wrong with using it. I'm not familiar with it, so I want to just make sure I'm interpreting it correctly. Light snare.
If it's a ranged spell attack, is that like at disadvantage or anything since it's like point blank?
No,
Like, how does that work?
I'm not going to do that. That's fine.
Doesn't say anything about that, but yeah.
I'm
but-
not. See, this is one of the third-party spells that is sometimes hard to get it to pull up the in the search. Let's see if I can't find it here. Okay, there we go. Light snare. There's actually they're all showing as like homebrew spells. Does yours say where
Tales
it's coming from?
Yeah, Obojima, Tales
Oh,
from the
okay.
Tall Grass.
Okay. Sometimes it's hard for those to come up properly in the search. So I'm looking for it, but
I put it in the Discord.
okay, I definitely believe you. I'm just I just want to be able to reference
I mean,
it.
it showed up on my character sheet, so
No,
I
I believe you.
Yeah.
I want to be able to read the description of it myself. That's all.
Okay.
It's not any question about its reality. Like I said, I want to make sure I'm reading it. I'm understanding how it works because it's a neat spell. Where is that? Because it's a whole thing. There we go. Come on. D&D Beyond's giving me trouble here. There we go. Okay. Ranged spell attack on a hit. The target is restrained. Wow, that's a good spell.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Magically fixed in place. See, I think just from a precision of language standpoint, mechanically, I guess it was also possible that it was written before the 2024 rules, but I guess what I would say is like I suppose restrained, your speed reduced to 0. Okay, yeah, that's fine. But it doesn't give any sort of way to get free other than just until its next turn. That's fine. It's working. I understand it. All right, that hit. So she is suddenly wrapped in these bands of light, just looking at it, like, what the hell? Okay, that is she can't use her legendary action move to get out of it because it's moved up to hit speed, but when she's restrained, her speed is 0.
Yeah.
Okay, great. That's cool.
Movement was her thing. I took it away from her.
Yeah. So that is the end of Zinhorn's spell and
Turn. Yep.
She is going to, as a legendary action, though restrained, she can still do this. Suddenly, you watch as she is starting to like give off some kind of mist, and both Zinhorn and Lynn, and Evan is just within range. It's a 15-foot radius of her. Needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
12.
Okay, and looks like a 3 for Lynn. We need Evans as well. Those who fail are going to take 13 poison damage, and you are poisoned until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Is this mist she is exuding is just like, you can't.
Is 17 fail?
17 is a fail, yes. Needed 18. Okay, but that's her legendary action, which makes it Trandanel's turn.
Okay. Well, the battle moved beyond him, but he'll catch up to it. Stand by this foul beast right here.
Mhm.
And have at thee, I think. Yeah. Strike with the sword. Natural 20 to start.
Nice. I'm gonna we don't even have. You can roll the damage if you want to see the number, but he's gonna just disintegrate this thing.
It's 7 plus 5, so 12.
Okay, well, I guess technically that wouldn't have been enough, but I said it already, and I think it's fine. Yeah, his natural his crit just destroys that one. It had
Once
15
again,
hit points.
they've run further away. He's only got a 30 move, so he'll continue his move. What did I do? 10, 20, 30. What did I say? You still had more work to do. And he'll give aid to Zinhorn and throw the 2 spears for the remaining 2 attacks.
Okay.
I still have aid from him that I haven't used.
I was wondering about that. I thought you might have.
Oh.
You before.
Crud. I could
think
have used it.
Well, I guess on the save, I suppose.
Well, no, I
it's
hit
on
her
attacks
with
or
this.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hit with all your attacks, though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I could have used it for damage.
Oh, yes, true.
Can I just throw another 2d6 of damage on
No,
her?
we'll just say you still have access to it, so you can use it
Okay.
for your next one.
Oh, what that would have been plus 2 more, I think. So, but that's an 8. That's a terrible roll. So 15 on the second one. I think that misses anyway. So.
Yes, her AC is 17.
Yeah. Okay.
No, excuse me, 16. 16.
Does being restrained affect it?
It does mean attacks against her have advantage.
Oh. And then
Good call.
that is worse. That wouldn't be a hit. 23.
Okay.
Roll D6 plus. Shoot, I just closed it. 4. Wrong window. 9 points of non-magical piercing damage.
All right, she'll take half of that. Okay. Great. So that would make it your turn, Vertigo, Nedry.
Yeah.
Nedrigo.
Running out of those.
Formerly known as Nedry.
Yeah.
His new name is a salute.
Think it's going to be straightforward. He's going to turn to her. I don't like the way you're feeding off my friends, and cast Chill Touch.
Okay.
That's a 22 to hit.
Hits.
21 necrotic damage, and
You
she
can
cannot
actually roll
regain.
it with advantage as well.
Oh, I'll roll a d20 and see if that was a crit. No.
21 necrotic.
21 necrotic, and she cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
She is resistant to necrotic, which means she'll only take half of that. However, not being able to recover hit points is a big deal for her, like her whole thing is just she regenerates herself.
And I don't know if she counts as undead, but it's an undead target. It also has disadvantage on attack rolls against me until the end of my turn too.
She does. She is.
Yeah, I don't know if she's
enough.
going to attack me
Yeah.
directly, but that
Well,
it was
yeah.
all about the reducing hit point recovery. So
Okay. So that was the end of your turn. So you still have your dragon friend.
yeah, Nedry will, as I look at the wrong page, that's why there's less spells. Consume no, I can't do that. Doesn't have enough spell pots left to get more points. So it's just going to be the dragon. Dragon is got a range of 60. Gets it right there.
All right.
And dragon is
attacking with advantage because she's restrained.
Attacking with advantage. All the things. There we go. All right, it's this one. That's not the thing. I will have to roll it. I'll just roll 2 easily. There we go. So 14, so 15 is the best. That's a 24.
24 will certainly hit. Yeah.
Damage. D6 plus 10, 7. 14 points of magical slashing.
Okay.
Second strike is 23 to hit.
Hits.
For 14 points of magical slashing.
Okay, yeah.
And third strike is a 21 to hit.
Also hits.
Oof, on the roll now. 12 points of magical slashing.
Okay, yeah, she's starting to look pretty hurt at this point.
And the breath weapon. So
DC
DC 17, dexterity save.
Restrained, I think restrained, is it just disadvantage or automatic fail?
Disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay, so let's roll her that with disadvantage. With disadvantage, it's 18.
Okay, that's a save, so only half damage. 7 psychic damage.
Okay,
well,
so
half, 3.
Yeah, she'll take 3. All right.
That's
but
it.
she is, I think, taking a lot of damage, and I think with your chill touch spell, when you watch as she kind of suddenly gets even paler, and I think you watch her eyes kind of go wide as she's sort of like recognizing that this is interfering with her regeneration, and she's actually starting to look a little bit wild-eyed now. Okay, so that was the end of your turn, and that was the end of your dragon's turn, so it would be Buster's turn.
And Buster, being the ever-obedient and just within range,
Wow.
moves down 30 feet to begin his 3 attacks. And he gets them at advantage.
Sure does. I had a whole plan for what she was going to do. She might not be able to. We'll see.
Well, the bite missed.
Unfortunately. Yeah. Rolling a +8 with advantage, it's hard to miss, but, can happen. So 20 will hit for 14.
It's actually, the +8 is actually a +6.
Okay.
Because his
Oh, right, because his strength was reduced.
Right, so he got an 18.
Okay. 18 is still good enough to hit,
okay.
But it also is going to be 2 off of the damage, I
right.
think.
Yes.
So it would be 12 non-magical slashing damage, so she takes 6.
Okay.
And then...
and then a 19...
For 9, she'll take 4. But she's still looking pretty hurt at this point.
Okay.
So it is now her turn. She remains restrained until the end of her turn, right? That's the light snare. Okay.
Yep.
Rocket is starting to make his wishes known over on the couch. And again, it's like it's not going to come through on the microphone, but just for anyone who wants to imagine what it's like here in my apartment with me, it's just as I'm talking, I hear a little bit of a. And now he's looking at me for making fun of him by imitating his. Yeah, let's see. Buster, when he did those 2 attacks, actually should also have taken, 12 and 9 poison damage from the direct
Okay.
melee attacks within 5 feet.
12 and 9.
Yeah, so 21 total
21.
poison damage. But now that it's her turn and she can't recover hit points, that's until the end of her or until the end of your turn.
Until
Nedry?
the end of my turn, yeah.
Okay, trying to think what makes the most sense for her here.
Till the start of my next turn, technically.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. I think that she is looking a little wild here. She's going to look to Buster and look in his eyes, and he needs to make a wisdom. Oh no, excuse me, that requires a humanoid, so never mind, that doesn't happen. He's not going to do that. She's just literally going to attack with her claws, I think. She's doing that at disadvantage because she's restrained, but she's attacking you, Lynn. So that's a 23 to hit.
Yep.
Which is going to do 13 slashing and 18 poison damage. Then she's going to attack Zinhorn with 1 and the dragon with 1.
Okay.
So against Zinhorn, it's only a 14 to hit, which will miss.
That'll
I'm
miss.
Sure. Against the dragon, it's probably also going to miss. Oh no, that's still a 17. Does 17 hit the dragon?
No.
Okay.
21 is the AC.
All right. Well, so that is the end of her turn. She's looking a little bit panicked, but as the end of her turn comes, the light snare dissipates, and you know that she has the potential to be able to move on not her turn with a legendary action, which she renews at the start of the round, but she can't do it right after her turn. She needs to go after an enemy turn. So, Lynn, you're up.
Right.
She looks like she is getting ready to bolt. She knows she's outmatched here. In fact, I think actually there was a moment where at the start of that last turn where she was starting to say, just wait until the queen has her way. And then she's like looking at all of you and she kind of gets even more scared.
All right. So first of all, I'm going to use unsettling words again.
Mm-hmm.
That's bonus action. So she's
Okay.
got the 1d12.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to cast Psychic Lance again.
Okay.
And that is Intelligence 18.
Intelligence save. She no longer has her legendary resistances. The roll, that's a low roll, so that's only a 7. I think she's starting to be a little bit too scared, so that's a fail for 27 psychic damage.
And she is incapacitated.
Well, as it happens, guess how many hit points she had? 27.
27?
27.
Yes.
So
Lynn gets the kill again.
yeah.
I got something to say. You want to know where my girlfriend is? You're about to meet her.
Very nice. Yeah, so she looks terrified as her eyes and nose and mouth begin to bleed, and then ears, and I think then she just sort of goes limp like a rag doll and then turns to dust on the ground.
Okay.
And then things go quiet.
There's no bodies to loot again.
I think there's the entirety of the Siphoner's lair to consider.
They didn't really have any stuff.
Yeah. There's nothing
The
here.
one thing they had, Lynn disintegrated. For good reason, but still. That was kind of like their one
The
actual...
death rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, there's a little bit more work to do. Just to check to make sure all of the connections to the tree are severed, and maybe a few more siphoners to convince to change their ways.
With fire and ice and psychic damage?
Those are preferred methods, I guess.
Yeah.
Do we have to do that now?
No, we have
no.
bigger things to worry about. We can circle back and hunt siphoners later.
I mean, as long as the tree is safe and amethyst is no longer fading.
Do we have sending?
Yes. Wait, let's see if I can cast it. I have a 3rd level spell slot I can use. Wait. Do I still have that spell? Oh, I do. Okay, yes. All right, I have 1 3rd level spell slot left. And that's all I need to cast sending. Who am I who am I sending to? I don't even know.
Yo Bear.
Was he the one who
She
was he watching
collapsed in the castle.
Right,
Yeah.
but he might not be watching over her. Did we leave
No, but
someone?
he can go check.
And
What
he
about
can report
Sunya?
back.
Can you like send to Sunya?
I would say yes. She's, not a traditional creature, but she's
But
like
I'm
an
level
entity
20,
with a
so
mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would allow that.
All right. So I'm going to send a message. Is that all we want to know? Is if Amethyst is okay?
That's really the purpose for
Yeah.
coming here in many ways. So
Right.
originally.
All right. So I will send a message to Sunya and ask how exactly do I want to phrase it? The Siphoner Queen is defeated. Is there any improvement with Amethyst?
I think you're not getting an immediate response. You feel that the spell has connected, but there's a bit of a delay. And then there's a hello? Wow. This is neat. No one has ever sent this to me before. Yes, she's sleeping, but she looks better.
I'll kind of breathe a sigh of relief. Sunya says she looks better.
Well, that's a relief. Well.
Oh, thank Rashawn.
Others
Although
can...
maybe for today we should thank Zaylene.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do we get home?
Sleep and worry about it tomorrow.
This is gross. I'm not sleeping here. You nuts.
I hang out with you guys.
Oh God, did I
Not
take
a
the tower?
requirement.
We
Yeah,
don't
the
have the
tower's
tower
gone.
or anything anymore, y'all.
No,
Sorry.
I think you probably left your stuff behind. Now that said, probably no one is attuned to it now, but
Nope.
I didn't dismiss my portals, so
Mhm.
I'm gonna walk back up and reverently collect her things.
Mhm.
And not a one of you better challenge me on this.
I think that like the
No.
one thing that I left behind specifically for Lynn would have been the key that I always wore around my neck.
She
I'm not
left
sure
you
if I
the
can
key to her
touch
heart.
that.
Hmm.
Because didn't that have some kind of like negative effect, like when someone else touched it?
Maybe it did before.
Yeah, she's a god now. I'm sure it's going to be all right. I mean, it's not like she told me to touch a death stone 5 minutes ago and pretty much killed me. But I'm sure for you, she did extra special.
I'm going to collect all of her things and I'll sort through it later. So just kind of put it all in my pack.
I think when you touch the key, it tingles a little, but that's all.
I put that one in my pocket.
I think Evan would have kind of like followed you because like right now he just feels really lost and kind of weird. And he's unusually quiet because usually he's like a chatterbox. Like
Then
right
Horn
now he's just kind of like
will come up and put an arm around Evan and say, you know, she's going to need some paladins.
yeah.
I know you miss her. And it's kind of not fair. Like, I mean, you can't really hold a funeral cemetery ceremony. For,
Can we get out of here, please?
yeah.
I'm afraid it's on by foot for where we can get from here, I think.
Well, we're at the base of the tree.
Do you know how to travel the tree?
No.
What
No.
about that tablet? Does it
I think
Work?
we used it to get here, didn't we? I'm trying to remember.
Did-
I have it marked off as used, and I was
I
trying to
believe
remember.
you did. Yeah, I believe that is what you used to get here. And I
Unfortunately,
had kind of worried about that just a little bit because in theory one of the things that you can try to do with the gate spell is to draw a creature to you. And I wondered if you were going to try to just bring the queen to where you were.
No, that would have been smart.
I had some plans
Unfortunately.
for if you did that, but didn't.
well, it only reaches certain planes, so it doesn't reach.
Also, it has some allowance built in there with the creatures of a certain power level can resist it.
Unfortunately, the stone needs time to recharge.
Does anyone have a?
so we
Oh.
just take a nap or what?
Evan, do you have a attunement slot open?
I don't know. I don't even know what that means.
Um,
I mean, I
well, since we're stuck here anyway. I could. We've got the time. I could unattune the hither thither wand and attune to the tower instead.
Okay. That'll take an hour.
Right, where are
and
we
then
going?
We're not going anywhere. Yeah.
Guess I'm doing that.
Either that or talking Evan through learning attunement.
I'm good right now.
Okay.
I think It's best for Lynn.
It's sort of symbolic, really. Passing of the torch, I guess.
So the process of attuning takes an hour, but part of what it involves usually is just really concentrating and focusing on the magic of the item, and thinking about it. So what does that feel like trying to attune to the tower, Lynn?
I think it would be walking back through all of the memories that I have with Saline in that place and watching her use it and interact with it and remembering how it felt to be inside this tower, once it belonged to her. And yeah, just kind of trying to align myself with that energy from my memories.
So I think that as you all perhaps spend some quiet contemplation while the attunement process takes place, you find the magic sort of embedding itself in your awareness, and you know that you are able to control it now. And perhaps, where do you leave the tower sitting when you all go inside it? Oh, I think we lost
You
you, Sarah.
unmuted.
Yeah.
We had gone back up to the
Yeah.
top level. Probably behind the rubble of the destroyed pyramid and the ritual site.
I think as you are kind of poking around back behind there, you realize that these ruins, probably before they were ruins, they were a temple to the World Tree, just very much like the one up in Emirat Arboris, the city. And so now that this pyramid is kind of destroyed, and you feel the evil energy sort of dissipating from this site, I think over behind the rubble there's actually a spot where you sort of just intuitively, I think, realize that there's a little sort of a little spot within the roots that it looks like once upon a time, before any of these structures were built, perhaps offerings were placed there to the tree.
I think, just as a final note, I will fish something out of my pack, and it is just a small wrapped cookie, and I will place that there.
Lovely. So I think perhaps our final image for tonight is all of you disappearing with flash of magic into the tower, and then we see the tower sitting there, with the cookie to one side on the little offering stump, and then we'll fade out for tonight's session. So the pillar awaits, but we'll have to find out what happens with that when we return for more adventure on so many levels.
So
many
So many
goddesses
levels.
and stuff.